After 25 years, Pokemon, or should I say, Ash's journey is coming to an end, and Ash is leaving Pokemon as he is finally a Pokemon master. So, to celebrate this occasion, no, I decided to make a tier list from every Pokemon game I have played. Well, main game, excluding Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Colosseum, which in my opinion would be both S rank, as they were perfection. However, I'm only doing the Pokemon series games all the way from Pokemon Red and Blue up to Sword and Shield. I grew up with Pokemon my entire life, ever since I was 4 years old, 5 years old. I remember how popular Pokemon was growing up in my city. All my friends would talk about it. My dad would sell the Pokemon cards. It was a huge Pokemania moment. So to celebrate Ash's victory, it's like watching, a brother growing up and getting victory. Watching him from 5 years old all the way to my age. I feel like I grew up with a brother watching him reach his goal. 25 years to become the Pokemon Master. Wow. So right here, I have the list. S rank, A, B, C, and D. D obviously is the trash rank. I should have probably replaced D with trash, but I don't have any time right now. So let's get started. For starters, we got the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Well, the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, what can I say? It was really good. I played it every day. I liked it. I know it's one of the newer remakes. I did not finish it, unfortunately, but from what I saw, it's obviously I would say a B. A B. Yeah, like the remake was good, but there was just a lot of things that I saw they kept it too much to the original. They should have made a few changes. Pokemon Black 2. Pokemon Black 2. It was almost the same thing, minor changes. It was more like a cash grab in my opinion. It was not that good. I'll put it at C. Yeah, I know you'll disagree. Sorry. Pokemon Black version. Now, that's different. It was really newish. It felt really newish compared to the one that came out before Pokemon Black, which I think was Pokemon. I can't remember which. I think it was Diamond and Pearl. So it felt really newer visually, but everything else, I felt the story wasn't that good. I'll put it at B. It's a B rank. I feel it wasn't that good in my opinion. Pokemon Blue version. That's the old Blue version, but at the time I felt it was a little complicated. Not a lot of directions. Not a lot of how to play. I'll put it on A rank. Yeah, I know a lot of elitists are gonna disagree, but Pokemon elitists are gonna disagree. But yeah, I just did not like. There were just a lot of things I felt could have been explained better, or maybe the game should come with like a little manual. Because as a kid, I would always get lost and don't know what to do right away. Next one is Pokemon Crystal version. Yes, Pokemon Crystal. A masterpiece. Masterpiece. I'll put it at S. Now, why would I put Pokemon Crystal above Pokemon Blue? Well, because Pokemon Crystal introduced a new variety of Pokemon. It introduced new tricks. The graphics improved a lot more. Although some people might disagree. it was just it was like a new, like it just felt different. Pokemon Crystal was one of the best games in my opinion in the franchise for the year it came out. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. No, Pokemon Diamond. Wow, 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 wow. I love it. I love it. It was perfection. It's the perfect Pokemon game. I just loved everything about it. You have 5 different times. You have like morning, afternoon, nighttime, midnight, and I forgot the other one. I think it was like midday, something like that. And then you had the Poke Watch. You had a wide variety of Pokemon to choose from, which before Black and White, like the one that came out before, they were a little more strange, the Pokemon. But here in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I felt that in the Sinnoh region it was better. It was a better teams you could put together, and I felt it was perfectly balanced in every way, and it just made the game really fun. The Elite Four were good. Cynthia, she was really strong. It was perfect in my opinion. I'll put Pokemon Diamond at S rank. Pokemon Diamond. It's the best one in the franchise for me. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. I think every Pokemon longtime fan would agree. Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald. Okay. I think that a lot of the upgrades Pokemon Emerald did from Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire were necessary. The story, the Battle Frontier. I mean, the Battle Frontier alone makes me put it in S rank. Yeah, I don't care what people say. Like, yeah, it wasn't that much of an upgrade, but the Battle Frontier was just a new concept. It was just different, and it wasn't just like the Battle Tower. No, you get like different, like 7, I think, or 8 Frontier Brains. It was really fun. Like the fun level, in my opinion, a video game should be measured by the fun level. So here, I would put it all the way at the top. It was just different for me. Pokemon Fire Red. Pokemon Fire Red. I guess the remake was good. Yeah, they kept a lot of the things the same. They pretty much just updated the visuals. Post game, there really wasn't a lot to do except run around in the islands. I'll put it at A. I'll put Pokemon Fire Red at A. Yeah, it was good. Not that good. Just updated visuals. And pretty much it. Gold version. Pokemon Gold version. I enjoyed Gold version as much as I enjoyed Crystal. But I don't think I should put it at S because... why not? I don't know, I just, I felt it was lacking in some. I felt Crystal was just better. Better update of it. And they came out around the same time, pretty much. Oh, Pokemon Heart Gold. Now, Heart Gold, for me, I'll put at S. Because you were able to walk around with your Pokemon. You were able to do a lot of things you haven't been able to do. Like, for me, walk around with your Pokemon was revolutionary. It just felt nice. And it was fun. It had good upgrades. It was nice. So I'm leaving it at S. Pokemon Leaf Green. Same thing as Fire Red. It was fun. It was good. Enjoyed the battles. Enjoyed the characters. So I'll put at A. Oh my god, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I have not played it. Damn, I don't have a rank where to put them. So I guess I'll just leave it here. Same thing with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I have not played them. I have not had time to play them. But if I would, it would probably be like around A or S. That's what I think. But yeah, like you're just I think it's just like a blue version and the Fire Red version upgrade. Like an update. But I wish I had time to play them, and I will soon, but At the moment, I'll just leave them here. Pokemon Moon. Pokemon Moon. Pokemon Moon. It had a lot of new. I'll put it at S because it had a lot of new concepts, a lot of new ideas. It felt fresh. It was different because you were traveling through islands as well, which up to I think not a up to that point, not any other Pokemon game you were able to travel through islands. They were all pretty much like big countries. But in Pokemon Moon, you had to travel through islands. So that was a new idea. Another new idea, the way you fight. There were no gym leaders. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the experimentation. It felt different. Like it hit different. Pokemon Omega Ruby. Beaver. It's on the B. Yeah, same thing with Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. They were good, but just not. It's just not for me. I would say, just not for me. No, it's because Pokemon Omega Ruby was pretty much the same thing. Alpha Sapphire, nothing special. Updated visuals, updated graphics. The story was pretty much the same, so I'll just leave it there. Pokemon Pearl, I'll put it goes that S as well because I liked it. I liked it. You know, same thing about Pokemon Diamond. It was the perfect Pokemon game. Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum is gonna be A for me. Like yeah, like it pretty much just pulled the same thing Emerald did. Kind of like just a crash. No, I put it at B because it's kind of like more like a cash grab. Like there really wasn't a lot of new ideas. They just brought back the Battle Frontier. That's and a couple of other small things, but nothing major. So I'll just leave it at B for now. Red version, I mean red version. It goes A. Same thing for blue version. It was good, but a lot of things were never explained for I guess the younger players. So I guess we struggled more. So I'll just leave it at A. Pokemon Ruby version. Now Ruby version from now I'll put Ruby version at A. Should I put it at A? I'll put it at A because Ruby version from Pokemon Gold was a big jump. It felt like almost like just something completely different. And not just visually, but I would say like just the way you play, it felt quicker. It felt more like the modern video game. And same thing with Pokemon Sapphire. It just felt different because they were like the first Pokemon games to be on the Game Boy Advance. Before then, it was for the Game Boy Color. But Ruby and the Sapphire version, they were the first games to be for the Game Boy Advance. And wow, I remember seeing kids at school play this, and I was blown away by the graphics. The Pokemon were a little strange, but the graphics, wow. Wow, I'll leave it at A. I'll leave it at A because the story was not much of an upgrade. A little bit of an upgrade, but the story, you just had two more teams, Magma and Team Aqua, which you didn't have before, but that's pretty much all I gotta say. You know, it was an upgrade from Team Rocket, that's for sure. But I'll leave those two at A. Just maybe, just slightly off of S. I would say A plus. I'll move them here. Move them here. A plus. Pokemon Silver version, same thing. I'll put it at S because it's pretty much the same thing as. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, I'll put it at A. It's pretty much the same thing as Gold version. Pokemon Sun. Pokemon Sun. I guess it goes at A because the same thing as Moon. Pokemon Soul Silver, same thing. Up here S because it's the same thing as gold. Pokemon Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun. It's just a cash grab for me. Like, just minor differences. So I'll put it at B, both of them. This one here. They're just a cash grab. Pokemon White version. Well, the same thing as Black version. So a lot of these, I'm putting them right next to the ones for example, I'm putting them right next to their counterparts, like Diamond and Pearl together at S, and Blue and where's it? Blue and Red version right next to each other, because they're pretty much the same thing, just different Pokemon and slightly different ideas, but same thing. Pokemon X. Oh my god, Pokemon X is, I would say it's A plus as well. A plus. Should I put at A or S? I'll just put at S. Also Y version. Because they were both wow. So Pokemon Black version felt a little bit different from other Pokemon series. It felt like you were playing a video game, but a serious video game. I guess a more serious style of video game. But Pokemon X and Y, it felt like it was back to the old school Pokemon. It had that old school feeling. I mean, even more than Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon X and Y felt like you were playing the first Pokemon game, but just differently. It felt like Pokemon. Pokemon Black and White, for some reason, it felt like you were playing like Digimon or something. Like Black and White was just kind of like a little weird. It just gave off a little weird vibe. So we're leaving those at S, like S minus, like at the back of S, probably like an A, almost like an A, between A and S, because Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, they were good, but I can't really say how good. Pokemon Y2, I don't really care for Pokemon Y2, but I'd see. I mean, it's just really nothing new, honestly. Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon Y2, I just felt nothing. Like, I didn't really care for those games. It was the first time I didn't care about a Pokemon game. Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon Y2. It just came off as meh. Like, just whatever. The last one is Pokemon Yellow version. Yellow version, I'll put it at A. Yellow version was like you get all the Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Yellow version was like, you get Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. You get like the whole package. You get the free 3 starters plus Pikachu, and then you got room for 2 more of any Pokemon you want. It was really good, Pokemon Yellow version. But the only difference that I'm changing, the only reason that it's not S, it's because it's pretty much just blue version with upgrades. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. But yeah, I remember I played it the first time. I was really confused and blown away by how I was able to get like any Pokemon I wanted, like from the starters. Like I could get all 3 of them. That was wow. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yes, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, what do I say about Pokemon Sword and Shield? I have not played them. I have not played these 2. But I have heard a lot of good things about these 2. But I don't want to rank them because I haven't played these 2. And also the new one coming out, Violet, Pokemon Violet. I can't remember the name. Pokemon Violet. Let me see. Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet. I don't even have time to add them to the list. But those 2, Sword and Shield, and Let's Go Pikachu, I haven't had time to play them, but soon I will play Pokemon Violet and Pokemon Scarlet as well. I just haven't had time, bro. It's like I have a lot of videos to make. So far, this is the list. This is what I got down. So nothing made a D trash for some reason. Maybe I was being too nice. What do you guys think? Am I being too nice? Leave a comment below. Let me know, what's S for you? What Pokemon game did you hate? I didn't hate any Pokemon game, but I was a bit disappointed by Black and White 2. Not the first Black and White. But yeah, that was the only disappointment. These two right here. But yeah, so what did you guys think? Did you like my list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Share the video. Like this video. Give me a like. What did you guys think? Did you guys agree with my list? What would you switch? Would you switch anything from S to A? Or anything from A to C? Or just anything in general? What would you change? Let me know. After 25 years, Ash, he's finally made it. He's the Pokemon Master. Wow, it's been a long ride. And thank you guys. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. And wow, I can't believe it's over for Ash. I'll see you guys. Bye.